Okay, good morning, everyone. We are now streaming live, and we are on the record for Tuesday morning's criminal docket for July 20th, 2021. We will take quick announcements, and I'll start with Attorney Eloy Sepulveda.
Morning, Judge. How you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Judge, I have number 59 on your docket, Judge. His name is Jose Rodriguez, Judge. He should be on Zoom, Judge. I talked to him this morning, Judge. We just need a couple of weeks so I can get him in the office to sign him up, Judge.
Okay.
He needs to take some time off from work, Judge. So I think two weeks would be ample, Judge.
Okay, CR 20-06329-I, CR 20-05562-I, and CR 20-05563-I in the state of Texas versus Jorge Eddie Rodriguez. Is Mr. Rodriguez present?
He should be on, Judge.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, there he is. Okay, the earliest I have for a plea is August the 5th at 1:30.
Sounds good, Judge.
Okay.
That's all I have, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you. See you this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Attorney Ramirez.
Good morning, Judge. I'm number 45 on the docket, State of Texas versus San Juanita, and she is here, present in my office, Judge.
Okay, give me one moment. Mr. Rodriguez, you are excused, sir. Just get with your attorney so that you come prepared on August the 5th at 1:30. So you can remove yourself from the meeting.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Ramirez, I'm sorry. What number are you on the court's docket?
Number 45, Judge, State of Texas versus San Juanita Ortiz.
Okay, San Juanita Reina Ortiz, CR 20-07052-I. Ms. Ortiz, can you please announce yourself? Ms. Ortiz?
She's here in my office.
Oh,
Judge.
she's right next to you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's her.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, at a previous hearing, we had informed the court that we wanted to file a pretrial diversion application on this case. Mr. Nguyen informed us that the victim wanted to proceed with the charges. I subsequently emailed Mr. Nguyen regarding this case, in light of that. And he replied by email on July 1st saying that we could still be considered for pretrial diversion and to email the pretrial diversion application to the appropriate ADA email, which we have. And Ms. San Juanita this morning will go take her drug test and also pay any relevant fees. So at this point, we're asking the court to set it for a pretrial status, pretrial diversion status to see whether or not she was accepted onto the program.
Okay, so do you already have your letter for her to take her UA?
Yes, Judge. I think the district attorney will generate that today, and she's going to go do the UA today.
Okay, any additional announcement from the state?
No, Your Honor, the defendant is PTD eligible. We could just get a status to have the application to be reviewed.
Okay. Let's come back on September the 7th at 9:30 for a status. If for some reason you already have the response and she's ready for placement, let us know and we'll change her to the afternoon.
Very well, Judge. That's agreeable.
Okay.
Thank you. May be excused.
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Thank you. Attorney Juan Ramos?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on number 67 on your criminal docket. It's State of Texas versus Jose Armando Solis.
Okay, and is Mr. Solis present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me one moment. Mr. Daniel Renteria, sit up, sir. If you're in bed, get out of bed. Okay, that is CR 21-03585-I, Jose Armando Solis. Are you substituted in?
Well, Your Honor, actually, that's what we're set for today. I did confer with Mr. Trevino, and he's not opposed to the substitution, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Solis, you're asking the court to substitute the former attorney with your new attorney, Mr. Ramos?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that'll be granted.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and how much time do you need, Mr. Ramos?
Your Honor, Mr. Solis is a pretrial diversion candidate, so if we could just respectfully have a 30-day reset so we can get all the proper documentation and packet submitted.
Okay, the earliest I have is September 7th at 9:30. It'll be for status. If he's ready for placement by that time, let us know. But I do expect that he'll have applied by then.
We will get it done, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing further before this honorable court. May we please be excused.
You certainly may, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Attorney Jorge Munoz?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
Judge, I have number 43 on the court docket, Ana Oyarvides. I believe she's present in the Zoom.
Okay, that is CR 20-53332-I, the state of Texas versus Ana Oyarvides. Ms. Oyarvides, are you present? Ms. Oyarvides? No one is responding by that name, Mr. Munoz.
I understand. I see her square there, Judge, but I know nobody's responding. I guess we can move on.
Is she a Spanish speaker?
She is a Spanish speaker, Judge.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, can you please ask if Ms. Oyarvides can hear us?
Ana Lilia Oyarvides, ¿nos escucha? Miss Oyarvides, ¿nos escucha?
Okay, she's waving. She may not have. I saw her now. She's frozen.
Okay, there she is, Judge.
But go ahead and make your announcement, sir.
Judge, well, we have a request in this case, Judge. My clients had the interlock or actually the mobile for a year and a half. I believe we brought it up at the last setting and the court instructed us to bring it up today to see if we'd had permission to remove it, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Soto, do you have a report on Ms. Oyarvides?
Judge, I do have a report. She does have her interlock device with Intoxalock, Judge. I did run her last report from June 2nd to July 18th of 2021. She did not have any violations, Judge. The last violation that she had, Judge, was on April the 11th. She did have an alcohol reading at 9:55 p.m., Judge.
That's correct, Judge. And it was because of that, the court wasn't inclined to remove it at the last setting. And I believe reset us for today for that request.
To
Judge.
see how she was doing between now and then?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So since that time, Ms. Soto, she's had 0 violations? That was her last violation?
That is correct, Judge.
Okay, and she's had it for how long, Mr. Munoz?
For a year and a half, Judge.
Okay, and this is her first DWI, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Anything from the state? Just
Your
to
Honor,
put your,
The-
I'm sorry, I was gonna say, just to put your opposition on the record.
Yes, the defendant does have no priors. The DWI was a traffic stop, but the state would be opposed to removing the device.
Okay, at this time, in consideration from her last admonishment to now, the court will grant her modification on the bond restriction and will order the device removed.
Perfect. Can I get a
Okay.
status, Judge, on her case?
Yes, what are we going to do now?
This may be a suppression, Judge. I just need to sit down and discuss it with her.
Okay, 9/7, September 7th at 9:30 is her next status.
Perfect. May she be excused, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. I also have number 21 on the court's docket, CR 19-04906-I, Eddie Elizondo.
Okay, and is Mr. Elizondo present?
He is present, Judge.
Eddie Elizondo, CR 19-04906-I. Eddie Elizondo.
He's wearing a red shirt, Judge. It's labeled iPhone. I'm not sure why it's still muted.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Can you please turn your camera on? There you go. Okay,
There.
one moment. Okay, Mr. Munoz?
Judge, this will be a plea. I'd ask the court to set it on the plea as a plea setting. I can get the paperwork and we can get it resolved.
Okay, Ms. Soto, any reports on his interlock device?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Elizondo does have the interlock device and he has had alcohol violations, Judge. He's had a total of 11 violations total, Judge.
And those 11 violations from,
They are dated on June the 11th, Judge. He had alcohol readings. On that day, Judge, he had 1, 2, 3, on 4 of them.
I believe this is his second admonishment. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge. He also had on June the 18th. He had 2 alcohol readings, Judge.
So I wasn't aware, Judge, prior to today's hearing, that he had any violations. If not, I would have been prepared to respond to him, Judge.
Yes, you were present at that hearing.
No, from the time from last hearing to today, Judge.
Oh,
If he had any new violations?
well, I mean, the only way, if he has a violation, he has a violation.
Right, no, I understand.
Hombre, perdón,
The thing is, hold on.
lo que estoy diciendo. Pero ahorita te ayudo, ¿ok? Perdón.
Okay. Mr. Elizondo, the last time that you were here, I told you that that was going to be your first and final warning. Now you're.
My
No,
attorney wasn't present.
Okay. However, you had 11 violations and you've had alcohol violations since the last time to this time, has nothing to do with whether or not your attorney was present or not.
Yes, ma'am.
I told you that you would be, I would consider revoking your bond and you were going to have to go back into Hidalgo County Jail. You asked me not to do that to you. You told me that you were going to be on your best behavior and that the next time you came in front of me, that you weren't going to have any violations.
I wasn't
I just-
allowed to speak because my attorney wasn't there, ma'am. I did not say that.
Yes, you did, Mr.
I wasn't allowed to speak, ma'am, because Mr. Munoz was out of town.
Mr. Elizondo, you did tell me that you were not going to have any violations the next time that you came before me. Are you going to tell me that you were going to have violations?
I wasn't allowed to speak, ma'am.
Mr. Elizondo, I'm going to give your attorney instructions to see about turning you into Hidalgo County Jail, okay? Because this is your second admonishment. So you're going to be on standby to be turned in this afternoon. Do you understand me? Mr.
Oh, my
Munoz, I'll
word.
give you,
My work.
I'm sorry, you need to make arrangements.
Judge,
Mr. Munoz, we'll give you some further instructions shortly after docket, sir.
Yes, Judge, I'll contact the court, Judge.
Okay, anything else?
May he log off for right now, Judge?
He certainly may.
Judge, I do have a case, Judge, that I have set for a plea this afternoon. It's not ready for a plea, Judge. I don't know if the court would consider putting it on a status, Judge.
Okay, what is the case number?
Number 17 on the court's docket, Judge, CR-20-08286-I, Javier Torres.
Okay, it's number 17 on this afternoon's docket?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, so you want
I
it's
just
not
need-
going to be ready in the near future?
No, Judge, I'm not sure if my client will be taking a plea. I need to discuss it with him, Judge.
Okay, then let's come back on him on September the 7th at 9:30.
Perfect. Judge, I do have one last case, Judge, and this is also set for this morning. Number 56 on the court's docket, Arnulfo Rodriguez. That's CR 20-02141-I.
Okay, and is Mr. Rodriguez present?
Judge, he did contact my office that he's having issues with his device and cannot log on. I don't know if the court would reset him to the next available setting and I'll have him come to my office.
Well, what concerned me, I think we had some issues with him the last time and he did show up at your office and now he's had 105 missed tests.
Judge, do we have missed tests from the last setting to now, or is that from before that?
Ms. Soto, can you clarify?
Judge, that was from the previous report, Judge, his last report, Judge. He hasn't had any missed tests, but he has had 8 alcohol readings, Judge.
Okay, so no missed tests, but 8 alcohol readings.
That is correct.
Okay, Mr. Munoz.
And I'll make contact with him, Judge, and make him, I wasn't aware of new violations, Judge, but that's the situation, Judge.
Okay, well, I want him present this afternoon, sir, because of those violations, so that we can make arrangements maybe for him and Mr. Elizondo. So I'm not gonna give him a further reset because my dockets are really stacked. And if not, then I'm not gonna be able to take him till late, and I'm not gonna do that with alcohol violations.
No, I understand you.
God forbid he does something, it's gonna come back on me. So have him appear at 1:30.
Perfect. I'll reach out to him, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I have this afternoon, Judge. This morning. May I be excused?
You certainly may, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Attorney Santos Maldonado? Mr. Maldonado? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Sorry.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I had number 61 in the court's docket, State versus Ruben Rodriguez.
Okay, CR 20-2172-I. Is Mr. Rodriguez present, sir?
He should be on Zoom. He was here in the office and he was on his telephone.
I'm
Yes,
present.
there you go.
Okay, there he is, sir. Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, we have received the written discovery. I've discussed this matter with my client. I'm asking additional time to finish the discovery. I believe I need to submit a flash drive so I can look at the video and cover that with my client, see what our next step is going to be in this case. We would ask for a continuance of 30 to 45 days, Judge, at this time.
Okay, the earliest I have is September 7th.
Okay.
Okay, any additional announcement from the state?
No, Your Honor, there is a DVD available, so a USB can be submitted for this case.
Okay, just have that submitted before that date so that you can let me know what we're going to do.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll see you back here on September 7th at 9:30.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
Thank you. Likewise, you are excused, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Attorney Mauro Reina?
I'm on case number 51, Judge Daniel Renteria. It's a 5-year-old case, Your Honor. And so I got a recommendation from the DA's office yesterday, which I have to go over with my client. However, in the meantime, I'd like to get a setting for a suppression hearing, Your Honor. And I believe he's on the camera, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Daniel Carizales Renteria, will you please announce yourself?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay. Let me
Could you hear
see.
me?
There you are. Okay. Okay, Mr. Reina, has your motion to suppress been filed?
No, it has not, Judge.
Okay, as soon as it's filed, submit an order setting hearing with it and we'll set the motion to suppress.
All right, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so then what I'm gonna do, since
will
you're
that
gonna
be-
be, since you're going to be filing a motion to suppress, will that be, are you asking for that to be in person or virtual?
We could do it virtual, Judge.
Okay. As soon as, make sure you indicate on there that it can be virtual.
Yes.
And then because that'll let us know what date we're gonna set it on.
All right.
And I'm gonna set a tickler for July the 30th for that motion to suppress to be filed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? Then that'll be your next setting is the motion
Thank
to
you, Judge.
suppress.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else, sir?
That's all that I have, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Good to see you, Your Honor.
Likewise. Okay, Attorney Hector Bustos?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
Judge, I got number 37 on your criminal docket, Judge.
Okay, one moment. CR 20-04848-I, the state of Texas versus Ryan McNamee.
Your Honor, Hector Booth on behalf of the defendant, Judge. We received a plea offer, Judge, that we believe that we're going to be able to take, Judge. We have submitted pretrial diversion requirements 1 through 7 to the state of Texas through EFOM, and have submitted the bad driver's license with the insurance. I believe all that's pending is a defensive driving course, Judge. Once we complete that, we'll go ahead and tender a certificate over to the state of Texas, Judge. We could have at least a week and a half or so, maybe 2 weeks, Judge.
Okay, and is your client present?
He should be, Judge.
Mr. McNamee, are you present?
If not, Judge, we'll go ahead and give him a call again to make sure he gets on and make.
I'm not sure if he called and notified our staff that he was going to be on a flight or something.
I saw him on, Judge, and he was in a flight.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Bustos, are you also asking for his NISI to be recalled at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you want him set on the plea docket?
No, Judge, I believe that because if we do everything that state asks, Judge, they're gonna dismiss the case, Judge. So can we just have a status hearing?
Okay,
Short status?
the earliest that I have for a status is September 7th.
That's fine, Judge. If we comply with the state's recommendation, judges, can we take care of it administratively if the court's inclined to allow us to?
Yes, that's fine with me as long as the state is fine. The state, you'll take care of it administratively then, Ms. Guareno?
Yes, Judge, as soon as we receive all requirements, the case can be dismissed administratively.
Okay, no problem. Then if you submit it before then it'll be done like that. If not, we'll see you on September 7th.
Very well, Judge. I got number 39, Judge, and I believe 39 and 40 as well, Judge.
CR 17-13882-I, CR 17-13883-I, the state of Texas versus Christopher Mora. Is
Judge,
Mr. Mora present?
He is, Judge. He is, I guess, on my screen, the lower left hand. He has a beard and
Okay, I do see him. Mr. Mora, can you hear me? Press the microphone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counsel?
Judge, on this, Judge, we just need to complete the PTD application, Judge. We could get 2 weeks to turn this in, Judge.
Okay. The PTD app needs to be submitted ASAP. You'll return on September the 7th at 9:30. If it's been accepted by that time and he needs placement, just let us know and we'll turn it in. We'll get him moved, I'm sorry, to the afternoon docket.
No problem, Judge. Judge, I also, Judge, have a deposition this afternoon. I was wondering if the court would allow me to make announcements on my afternoon cases that are not ready for police, Judge.
They're not ready for pleas?
They're not ready, Judge.
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll give you reset dates for that through
Okay.
your office. We'll handle that administratively.
Thank you, Judge. Might be
Are you-
excused on?
Are you asking for the KPS to be recalled on Mr. Mora as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That'll be granted.
Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
anything else?
That's it. Might be excused, Your Honor.
Certainly may.
You guys have a good one, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Arredondo?
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Jose Manuel Science, Judge, number 64 on your docket.
Okay. CR 18-10581-I, the state of Texas versus Jose Manuel Science. Is Mr. Science present?
Sorry, yes, Judge, he's present here in my office.
Okay.
Get him
And
on.
what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, our client has deposited, Judge, we have on hand the restitution amount, Judge.
Okay.
If I can just confirm the restitution amount from the state, Judge.
Okay. Can the state confirm the restitution amount, please?
Yes, Judge, for one of the victims, Adela Lara, I see a restitution. So it's her insurance did cover, but she did have to pay an out-of-pocket deductible of $501, so the restitution will be set at that amount.
Is that the only restitution?
There is a second victim, Your Honor, with Rosemary Chavez, but we have not, restitution has been set at 0 for her.
Okay. Did you get the amount, Mr. Arredondo?
Yes, Judge. We have the restitution amount on file, Judge. So we are going to be resubmitting the PTD, Judge, once more for reconsideration.
Okay. Now, Ms. Soto, I believe you have a report on his alcohol monitoring device?
Judge, since the last court hearing when we addressed the alcohol reading, he hasn't had any violations. He does have his interlock device with Lifesaver.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Sines, continue with 0 violations because the next time you come before me, even if you're approved, if you have any violations, I will not approve it. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. We'll set him for a status on September 7th at 9:30. And if he's ready for placement by then, let us know and we'll move him to the afternoon.
Yes, thank you, Judge.
Okay?
That's all I have for today, Judge. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Yes, see you this afternoon.
Thank you. Okay, Attorney Monica Galvan?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have State of Texas versus Carlos Gomez, and that is number 23 on the court's docket.
Okay. CR 20-08320-I, the State of Texas versus Carlos Gomez. Is Mr. Gomez present?
Yes, Your Honor. I saw him on the Zoom just a bit ago.
Okay, Mr. Gomez, can you please announce yourself? Carlos Gomez, please announce yourself.
Unless he logged off. I saw him. Let me see if I can find him on here.
Go ahead and look through your screens.
Yes, that's what I am doing. I don't see him anymore. I don't know why he would have logged off. I will try to have my office call him. I do know we have a recommendation for him. He is PTD eligible. We just have not completed an application because he has not been able to come to our office. He's an older gentleman. We've tried to get an email address to send it to him, and he doesn't know how to work any of those things, or he doesn't have an email. But if you'd like to recall it, Judge, I have one other case on the docket.
Okay, just have him come back on September the 7th at 9:30 for a status. And by then, just have the app already submitted.
And that was September 30th, Judge?
7th.
September 7th.
At 9:30.
9:30. Thank you. And then I have also number 34 and 35 on the docket, State of Texas versus Pamela Marroquin. She is also logged on.
CR 18093, I'm sorry, 09532-I and CR 17-10304-I, the State of Texas versus Pamela Marroquin. Ms. Marroquin, will you please announce yourself?
Present, Judge.
Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, we also received a recommendation on Ms. Marroquin. I believe we'll be able to plead this case out at the next setting.
Okay, I have August 5th or August 17th.
August 17th would be fine, Judge.
And that'll be at 1:30, since it'll be a plea.
At 1:30?
Yes.
One other thing with Ms. Marroquin, Judge, we're asking that the court recall an eyesight. Ms. Marroquin was out of town, was living in another city, and we were unable to get a hold of her at the last setting, and I believe a judgment an eyesight was issued.
Okay, that'll be granted. We'll recall it. Okay,
Thank you, Your
so
Honor.
then
May I be excused?
you certainly may. We'll
Oh,
see you
yes,
on
ma'am.
August 17th at 1:30, Ms. Marroquin.
Yes,
Thank
Your
you,
Honor.
Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Attorney Miguel Weiss.
Sorry, Your Honor, I guess my battery ran out on my mouse.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm like, oh, it won't move. I've got number 53 on your docket, Samantha Yvonne Rios. That is just an announcement in that she completed her, she got her driver's license, paid off her ticket, so we need to resubmit the PTD packet. So the court just give us more time on that.
Okay, and where is Ms. Rios?
She is there. If I could use my mouse, I could, over there it goes, now it's working.
CR 1904117-I, the State of Texas versus Samantha Rios. Ms. Rios, please announce yourself.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so then you'll be resubmitting the PTD packet. So let's come back on September 7th at 9:30. Please have it submitted prior to that date. If she's ready for placement, let us know and we'll change her to the afternoon docket.
Thank you, Anna. I have one more, and it's number 15 and 16 on your docket. However, that is a status on a PTD. State of Texas, or the Richard Cáceres, 15 and 16. This is a 6-month status hearing.
Okay, CR 1905412-I, CR 1904841-I, the State of Texas versus Ricardo Cáceres. Is Mr. Cáceres present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
right here sitting down.
Okay, and what is the announcement from the state?
Your Honor, I believe that all that is pending is the assessment from Texas Tropical. This defendant needed to be screened for the MI caseload. He's complying with all other requirements of PTD, but this is a case where he had to be on PTD for 1 year minimum.
Your Honor, my client can be given an opportunity to speak. He says they would not take him to Texas Tropical. Why is that?
I did not qualify for the services.
Yes, that's correct. We're just waiting for that assessment to be sent to the probation office. Ms. Soto has requested it, but they're just taking a while to send that assessment over to her.
I'm sorry, that they do what? Ms. Guerrero?
We're just pending the assessment to be sent over to our probation office. It has been requested. They did evaluate him and stated that it wasn't needed in this case, but we need that assessment from their office.
Okay, he's not sure if he was assessed, but he said he was told he did not qualify, so I don't know what that means.
Yes, he didn't qualify, but the actual report or the quote unquote assessment just needs to be submitted to the probation department so that we can move on. It's just procedure.
Okay.
So I can have them set for a status on September the 7th at 9:30 and see if by then it's been submitted to the state.
Great, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
No, if that's all, please be safe.
Likewise, thank you. Attorney Kelly McInnes?
Morning, Your Honor. I'm here on number 7 on the docket, cause number CR-20-03669-I, Marco Alvarez. I believe he's online, Your Honor, with us. I saw him a minute ago.
Mr.
Marco.
Alvarez, are you present?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay,
Judge-
and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Our announcement is that 2 days ago, or it was Friday or Monday, the state communicated a settlement offer to us, which was acceptable, wherein we take a drug education class and they will dismiss the possession of marijuana Class B misdemeanor charge. We'd like to do that, Your Honor. We need to take the class.
Okay. So how much time does he need?
They were in a hurry to do it, Judge. I don't know how long the classes take myself, so I haven't had one of these in a long time.
Okay, Ms. Guarenia, can you enlighten us?
Yes, Judge. So it's a 15-hour online course that can be done. We had given the deadline of July 26th. If we could have it done by July 30th, that way we can have this case disposed of. I believe this is the only case that he has pending.
That's correct. We're good with July 30th, Judge.
Okay, so if he can complete it by then, and it'll be ready for dismissal for August the 5th at 1:30.
Very well, Your Honor. I'll make a note of that hearing date, August 5th at 1:30. And we have nothing further before the court. May we both be excused.
Well, Mr. Alvarez, I just need to make sure that you understand, sir, that you need to have that drug education course done before the deadline, or else I cannot approve your plea on the 5th, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay, all right. Anything else?
That's all, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Attorney David Guarena?
Morning, Judge. How are you?
Good, thank you. How can I help you?
Your Honor, I have number 38 on your criminal docket, CR 19-05091-I, Julio Cesar Mendez.
Okay, and is Mr. Mendez present?
Yes, I saw him on screen.
Okay, CR 19-05091-I, the state of Texas versus Julio Cesar Mendez. Mr. Mendez, are you present?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay, I do see him. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, I received a revised recommendation yesterday from the state. We were going to announce this morning that we wanted a jury trial. I have responded to the state's revised recommendation with a counter. I'm assuming they're going to have to look at it to see whether that's available or whether they're just going to deny it this morning. But we're still trying to work it out. We're not there yet. So I guess I need to wait to see if the state's going to consider my counter offer on a possible plea.
Okay, any announcement from the state?
Your Honor, if you could just have some time to review the defense counsel's request, that way I could staff this with Ms. Lozano.
Okay, I can send you for a status conference on September the 7th at 9:30.
I think that should be good, Your Honor. I'll stay in contact with Mr. Gurena.
Okay,
September 7th is fine, Judge.
okay, September 7th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. And that's all I have. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge. Stay safe.
Likewise, Attorney Jose Osuna?
Morning, Your Honor. Jose Osuna for the record, Your Honor. We have several cases. We have number 8 and number 9, State of Texas versus Hector Rene Ansaldua, that's CR 20-05103I and CR 20-05260I. I did see Mr. Ansaldua on the screen moments ago. Mr. Ansaldua, can you unmute yourself?
Sir, I'm here.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Mr. Ansaldua has a felony pending. It's set for August 4th. We are humbly asking if the court would consider giving us a sentence after that date, Your Honor. We'd like to combine our plea bargain negotiations.
Okay, so do you want me to set him for a plea on these 2 cases?
May we have a status, Your Honor, because we don't know how the felony is going to develop yet.
Okay, September 7th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor. We also have number 10, Your Honor, State of Texas versus Huberto Avila, CR 20-08088I. Mr. Avila is under LG Stylo 6. Can you unmute yourself, Mr. Avila?
Am I dismissed, sir?
Yes, Mr. Ansaldua, thank you.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, we addressed a matter with the state. It's unclear whether a video on this case ever existed or whether it's lost. Ms. Guarania has agreed to reach out to the investigator and figure that out. This case does have trial potential because Mr. Avila is on parole. We are humbly asking for 30 days, Your Honor, to allow that situation to develop and to negotiate if need be.
Okay, any additional announcement from Ms. Guarania?
Yes, Judge, we have been in contact with the agency and the investigator on this case. He is to reach out with the headquarters to see if there's a video available. I'll remain in contact with defense counsel regarding that.
Okay, I'll give you the same date of September 7th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor. We also have number 54, State of Texas versus Jose Ruben Rocha Martinez, CR 19-00140I. Mr. Martinez has a companion case. That case, Moises Flores represents him, Your Honor. And I apologize, I didn't include that one on my list, but I can find it quickly.
It is the CR 21-03633-I. Is his companion case, Judge?
Yes, Your Honor. And the state has made an offer, which Mr. Jose is inclined to take. However, Mr. Flores has not had the benefit of discussing his portion of the offer with Mr. Martinez. If the court is okay with it, Moises has asked me to ask for a 30-day reset on his case. If he resolves his case, my case will get dismissed, Your Honor.
Okay, the earliest I have is at September 7th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor. We also have, well, I saw Mr. Munoz on the record earlier, Your Honor, but I don't know if he had a chance to take up number 57. It still shows us, it's Arnulfo Rodriguez. I don't know if the court recalls it. Mr.
Oh,
Munoz.
that's Jorge Munoz is the one that's on that one now.
Yes, Your Honor. We just wanted to clarify that for the record.
Yes. So
we
we'll
also-
make sure to see if they've submitted their proper documentation.
Yes, Your Honor. We also have number 62 and number 63, State of Texas versus Eileen Saenz Gutierrez, CR 18-15552I and CR 20-06140I. Ms. Gutierrez is on. Please unmute yourself, Ms. Gutierrez. She is a drug court candidate, Your Honor. We have been making steady progress. She's paid off her tickets. She has a driver's test scheduled for this afternoon. She's gotten her insurance up to speed. We are asking, Your Honor, for a 30 to 45-day reset. We anticipate submitting her drug court application here probably within a week's time. And we'd like some time just to allow the DA to review it. And also, we do anticipate a positive report concerning her breath alcohol device.
Okay, Ms. Soto, can you please update the court on her On
Yes,
her
yes, she-
alcohol monitoring device?
Yes, Judge, she does have the interlock device with Smart Start, Judge, since her last court hearing. Till now, she has not had any alcohol readings or violations on the interlock device, Judge.
Okay. Keep that up, Ms. Gutierrez, or else they won't accept you in DWI court or you won't last long.
Okay.
Okay, so the earliest, like I said, I have is just September 7th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor. May I be excused, please?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. Attorney Victoria Flores?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 26 on your docket.
Okay. CR 1903683-I, the state of Texas versus Angie Hernandez Gonzalez. Is Ms. Gonzalez present?
She is not, Your Honor. My office has not had any contact with her. She is PTD eligible. I'm not sure if she's changed her phone number, but she is not on this morning, Your Honor.
Okay, were you all appointed or retained on this case?
Appointed, Judge.
Okay. Will you be staying on?
Yes, Your Honor. We've been with her for, it's been a while, and we're trying to get her to apply for PTD. She had some monetary problems. But
Okay. So has any correspondence been returned or anything like that?
no.
Okay. I'll give you an opportunity to write her, and her next setting is on September 7th at 9:30. If she doesn't show up at that time, then I'll NICE her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Anything else?
That's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay, Attorney Richard Alamia.
Morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Good morning, sir. How are you feeling?
I'm doing better, thank God.
That's great.
Number 42 on your docket, Edith Oteron.
Okay. That is CR 20-05121-I, the state of Texas versus Edith Obregon. Is Ms. Obregon present? Okay. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, my understanding was that the victim filed a non-prosecution affidavit, and I was hoping the state would dismiss. But I haven't heard from the state.
Okay, can the state verify that?
No, Your Honor, we do not have an A&P on file. The victim in this.
Oh, one moment. Miss Obregon, please stay muted. Because
No.
background noise.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Guarenia, go ahead.
The victim in this case, Your Honor, is the same victim as in the felony case. So we're discussing with felony on how we should proceed with our case.
If you want to use a trial setting, you'll be fine, Judge.
Okay, if you're gonna ask for a trial setting, then I won't have anything until, hold on. Miss Obregon, please stop unmuting yourself. I'm gonna mute you. Don't unmute yourself. If not, I'm gonna have to remove you.
Monday?
Miss Castañeda, please tell her to keep herself muted.
Ms. Obregón, por favor, deje su botón apagado, por favor, del volumen.
Okay. Okay, so if you're gonna want a trial setting, then we won't be prepared to give you that until late September. So I'll have her come back on September the 30th at 9:30 for a status.
That's fine, Your Honor. Thank you very much. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Attorney Tracy Evans?
Yes, Your Honor, I have number 4 on the docket.
Okay. CR 20-01336-I, the state of Texas versus Andres Alvarado.
And Judge, I believe he's on, yes, under Andreas, Your
Yeah.
Honor. I did also see, and I didn't realize he picked up new charges, which I believe are number 5 and 6 on your docket.
Yes.
And I
And
see-
were you appointed on the other case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and appoint you on those other 2 cases as well.
And Judge, I see that they're set for arraignment, so I don't know if you would allow me to get a waiver from him.
Yes, I'll give you an opportunity to get with him and file a waiver of arraignment.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so then what I'm gonna do so I can keep them all together, do you have a status for me on the other one that you were appointed to, the original case?
No, Your Honor, this is one that kind of got lost in the mix. So I did get a hold of him yesterday to provide him the information, so I have not actually spoken to him about that, Judge.
Okay, let's come back on all three cases on September the 7th at 9:30. And then that'll give you an opportunity also to get the waiver of arraignment filed before then.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor, that's all I have. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Attorney Marco De Luna.
Good morning, Judge. The first one I have is number 3 on the docket, State of Texas versus Ethan Almaguer.
Okay, I have him for number, are you also on here on the second one on my docket?
That's
I
correct.
show Jose Gonzalez.
No, I've been retained on both these cases, Judge.
Okay, so if you can just do your notice of appearance so
Okay.
that the clerk can change it. So it's CR 20-02973-I and CR 20-02972-I, the state of Texas versus Ethan Almaguer. Is Mr. Almaguer present?
He's there,
Yes,
Judge.
Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, we just received a recommendation on this case. It shows that Mr. Almaguer is PTD eligible. That being said, I believe this is only our second setting from taking over the case. So I would just need some time to sign him up for the PTD program
Okay,
on this case.
September 7th at 9:30, just make sure to apply prior to that date. If you have an answer before then, let us know. We'll put you on the afternoon docket. If not, we'll keep it for the morning.
Yes, Your Honor. I also have number 66 on the docket, State of Texas versus Luis Alberto Santana.
Okay, Mr. Almaguer, just stay in contact with your attorney. We'll see you back here on September 7th at 9:30 and you are excused, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. You said Luis Alberto Santana?
That's correct, Judge. Number 66 on the criminal docket.
Okay, CR 17044474-I. Mr. Santana, are you present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, in this case, I know it's an older case, but we just took over this case not too long ago. I believe this is our maybe second setting on this case. In looking through the emails, I haven't been able to find a recommendation on this case, Judge. I don't know if it might have been sent to the previous attorney, but if I can get a rec on that case, Judge, we can try to work it out. And just so the court is aware, he's been on an interlock device since 2017, the date of the incident, and I don't think he's had any violations whatsoever on that case.
Okay, Ms. Soto, do you have any reports on him yet?
Judge, yes, he does have his interlock device with SmartSet. Judge, I did go back for the past 6 months and he has not had any violations.
Okay. Mr. De Luna, I believe that his violation was prior to the statute, so if you want a bond modification consideration, you can file your motion.
I was gonna ask on that, Judge. I did, if I'm not mistaken, Judge, I did try to bring it up for a little bit the first time that we had the first initial official setting on the case when I took over it. So I'm just hoping that the court would give some deference to that. I mean, I can file it, but I mean, Judge, he's been on since 2017 and he has absolutely no violations, I believe, since he's had it since 2017. He did have a previous attorney. I'm not sure why it wasn't a file at the time, but I don't know if the court would consider that request at this time, Judge, being, like I said, that he's been on 4 years and hasn't had one single violation all those 4 years, Judge.
No, I understand. And I'm not going to require you to do an order setting on it, but I do need the motion on file.
Okay.
And I know I recall the case from the last time, and I do know that he's had 0 violations in the entire time that he's had it. So because it was prior to the statute and he's already been on this device and monitored for 4 years and he's had 0 violations, I don't have an issue with removing him. But, excuse me, for the sake of a paper trail, I just need that motion for the bond modification, and you can also just file the order granting. the
Thank you,
bond
Judge.
modification at the same time. But let me just let the state put their objection on the record just for the sake of preserving it. Go ahead, Ms. Guarenia, Mr. Wind.
Yes, Judge, the state would be opposed to removing the device in this case.
Okay. So just get that filed, Mr. De Luna, and it'll be sent to my queue.
Thank you, Judge. I'll have it filed by this afternoon. And Judge, again, if I can, I'll get with the district attorney's office and try to see, getting a recommendation on this case.
Okay. The earliest I have is September 7th at 9:30 for status. If you do accept any recommendation on this case and you need it set on the plea docket, let us know and we'll change them to 1:30.
Thank you very much, Judge. That's all I have for the day in your court, Judge. May be excused.
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Attorney Lauro Trejo.
Good morning, Judge. Lauro Trejo here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, because for some reason I switched over to a phone call and now I can barely hear your end. Mr. Reyes, I have number 52 on the docket, Judge. Orlando Ivan Reyes. He's present in my office.
Okay, CR 20-03663-I. Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, we're asking for additional time. We would like to work this out with the state. I need to reach out to them for a recommendation.
Okay, just email the state for a recommendation so that they can send you one. And what I'll do you want me to set you for the plea docket or you want to wait to see what the rec is?
I'm sorry, Judge, like I said, I can barely hear the court.
Okay. Can you hear me there?
I think it's my device, Judge, but I can hear you just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, I can hear you now, Judge.
Okay. Do you want me to set you on the plea docket or do you want me to set you on the status?
On the status, Your Honor.
September 7th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused?
You certainly may. Okay, Mr. Derek Salinas.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Judge, I'm here on a few different cases. The first one is docket number 47, Judge, State of Texas versus Alexis Pedraza, CR 20-10586I.
Okay. And is Mr. Pedraza present?
Ms. Pedraza, she is on. I saw her on earlier, Judge. Yes, I see her there on the screen, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, we haven't received discovery in this case, so I was going to be asking for some time. I did hear the court give a September 17th date, I think. I think that would be more than sufficient time to get discovery. There is a video in this case also, Your Honor.
Okay, it's September 7th.
September 7th, okay.
Okay, just make sure that you get your USB to the DA's office.
We'll do that, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor. May she be excused?
Yes, she may.
Thank you. Your Honor, and then I'm here on dockets number 48, 49, and 30, State of Texas versus Jennifer Puente. And the cause numbers there are CR 20-05404I, CR 20-05405I, and CR 20-05406I. Judge, I have not received a recommendation from the state on this case, and that's partly my fault, Judge. I haven't got with them for a recommendation. This is a case where would ask the court to set us on a plea docket, maybe within the next 2 or 3 weeks. This is a case that we're trying to resolve with the state.
Okay, any additional announcement from the state?
No, Your Honor, we'll go ahead and provide a recommendation to defense counsel.
Okay, the earliest date for a plea docket that I have is August the 5th at 1:30.
I think that's plenty of time, Judge. We should be ready by that day.
Okay,
And she was logged on as well, Your Honor.
I did. Ms. Puente, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
August the 5th at 1:30, Ms. Puente. Stay in close contact with your attorney, please.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay.
And lastly, Your Honor, may she be excused, Judge, Ms. Puente?
Yes, she may be excused.
Thank you, Judge. Lastly, I'm standing in for Hitesh Chugani this morning, Your Honor, on docket number 65, State of Texas versus Carmen Sanchez. The cause number there is CR 18-11018I.
Okay, and is Ms. Sanchez on?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. I do
Okay,
see
and
her.
what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, Mr. Chugani would like me to inform the court that he's been speaking to the state regarding this case and the video on this case. Mr. Chugani's got the video of the case already, Your Honor. I think he was just asking the state to review the discovery and the video. So he was just asking for some time on that case, Judge.
Okay, September 7th at 9:30.
Okay. And that's all I have before the court, Your Honor.
Okay,
May I
thank
be
you.
excused, Judge?
Certainly may.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you. Attorney Andre Maldonado.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
United State versus Salvador Barrera, Your Honor. He has 3 cases before the court, 11, 12, and 14.
Okay, CR 061871-I, CR 071548-I, and CR 2106-206-I.
Correct, Judge. On the, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, and what's your announcement?
Yes, Judge. On the CR 2106-206-I, we have an agreement with the state where the alleged victim, which is my client's wife, will be filing an affidavit of non-prosecution tomorrow with the state. And my client will do an anger management. He is present here in my lobby, Your Honor, and so is his wife, if the court would like to get testimony from her.
I don't know that the state is prepared at this time to take her testimony. Ms. Wadenia?
Yes, Your Honor, we can proceed with victim testimony since the victim is scheduled to do an AMP tomorrow with our office. We've agreed to proceed with the victim testimony at this time.
Okay, so please have her step forward. Good morning. What is your name, ma'am?
My name is Isabel Chapa.
Okay, you probably need to come closer because we can barely hear you. Okay, Ms. Chapa, please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may lower your hand. Ms. Wadenia?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Chapa, what is your relationship with the defendant?
I'm his, common law wife. If you, that's what, we're not married, but we've been together for 14 or more years.
And do you live in the same household together?
Yes, ma'am, we do.
On the date of the incident, June 5th of 2021, were there any violent acts involved?
The only thing that he did do, which I mentioned to the police officers, was that he grabbed me for my hair. Other than that, there is no bodily injuries or anything whatsoever.
And you didn't experience any pain or discomfort on that day?
No, ma'am.
And you didn't suffer any injuries?
What was that again? I'm sorry?
You didn't suffer any injuries?
No, ma'am. No, I did not.
Is there a history of violence in your relationship?
No, ma'am, there's not.
Are you concerned about any future violent acts?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
And are you scheduled tomorrow to fill out an affidavit of non-prosecution at the district attorney's office?
Yes, I am, ma'am, at 11 a.m.
And are you doing so out of your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody has promised you anything or threatened you in any way in order to sign the ANP?
No, ma'am.
At this time, do you wish to drop the charges against the defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that by dropping the charges, this case cannot be reopened in the future?
Yes, ma'am, I do understand.
However, you also understand that if another incident was to occur, you can reopen you can open a new case.
Right, I am aware of that.
The state passes the witness, Judge.
No questions.
Any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Chapa, I'm gonna take you at your word that nobody has forced you to do this, and I'm gonna go ahead and accept your testimony. And after you sign the affidavit of non-prosecution, I'll go ahead and accept that as well.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and what are we doing on those old cases?
Yes, Your Honor, I was recently retained on these 2006 and 2007 cases, Your Honor. I just received discovery on those cases last week, Judge, so we are asking for some time to review discovery.
Okay. September 7th at 9:30.
Judge, and if the state could inform us if there's any videos on those old cases?
Okay, Ms. Wadena, does it show if there's any videos?
Let me see. One moment, Judge. I do not show that there's a video on the 2007 case.
Okay.
And not for the 2006 case either.
Okay, so no videos, Mr. Maldonado.
Okay, Judge, we'll see you back on September 7th.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you, likewise. Okay, Attorney Patrick Kennedy.
Morning, Judge. I'm here. I have number 30 and 31 in your court's docket.
Okay. Now, CR 1901-837-I, CR 1902-882-I, the state of Texas versus Selena Hinojosa. And is Ms. Hinojosa present?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, two announcements, Your Honor. First was an ask for a date for a motion to suppress on these cases. The second was Ms. Hinojosa notified me that her car was repossessed for a period of time and her device was in it. So I think there are some missing tests on the report. The second was because she paid to have her car I guess to get it back, to retain the vehicle, their device was deactivated, and I think she got it reinstalled or reactivated this past Friday. I could be wrong, but she could explain to the court since she has the details on that.
I don't want to hear any more explanations from her. She has already escaped and getting into jail. I've already worked with her over and over and over again. I ordered her to get the alcohol monitoring device. I've been on the bench only 7 months. And the majority of that time, I've dealt with your client. I shouldn't even be knowing who these people are unless they're coming before me over and over and over again. And I know your client very well. In 7 months, I continue to admonish her. I've already tried incarcerating her twice, and she's escaped twice because she says she's going to change. She doesn't change. Every time it's something else. Mr. Kennedy, I can't anymore. I can't with her. First, it's like, let my dad help me, give me money. So she gets the money. Then it's like, okay, I'm going to get the alcohol monitoring device. And she doesn't even have it a month. Not even a month. And then she ends up getting her car repossessed. Why the device is in there, I have no idea. Because she really should be with her. She's not taking care of it. So that tells me that she hasn't been taking anything seriously. And Ms. Hinojosa, get your face on the camera, please. I can't see your face. All the way. I need to see what kind of faces you're making at me. So, Mr. Kennedy, what am I supposed to do? She's used her health as an excuse with all the medications that she's been taking to not get incarcerated. She's used her economic status as an excuse to not get incarcerated. She's used everything that you can think of to not be incarcerated, and I just can't anymore. Now, how long did she even have the device, Ms. Soto?
Judge, the last report that I have from June 20th, the 2021 to July the 19th, the 2021, she did have her device deactivated, Judge, on July the 8th of 2021 till July the 9th. I did call her, I spoke to her. She said it was deactivated due to financial reasons. I advised her to call Safety Check, make a payment and get it activated, Judge. So other than that, Judge, she had 7 late tests and 7 missed tests throughout this last month.
So she only lasted with the device less than 30 days. So from the time that she got it until the time that it was deactivated, what violations did she have?
This report that I'm reading to you, Judge, is for the past month, and she only, during the time that it was deactivated, she had 3 missed tests, Judge.
Okay, see,
So-
Mr. Kennedy, she's not even following what she's supposed to do. And then I placed her on AIP, I believe. And what, has she even been reporting?
Yes, Judge, she did report for AIP, Judge. They have been going by her house. She has been home. There was a drug test taken on June the 18th of 2021, and it was a negative drug test, Judge.
That's the only thing she's been complying with is AIP. And she can't comply with an alcohol monitoring device? I don't know what to do, Mr. Kennedy. I mean, it's already enough. And I know your hands are tied. Then I'm gonna set her, and this is it, August the 5th, and I'm gonna do it at 1:30. Because by that date, I'm gonna find out from the sheriff's department if they're already accepting new people. So whatever violation she has, I don't care if it's one missed test, she has her device now. By that date, I'm gonna have the report, and I'm gonna let you know right now, Ms. Hinojosa, that I will take you into custody on August the 5th at 1:30. If you continue to miss your tests, if you continue to be late on your tests, or if you have any other violations.
Yes, ma'am, I
I will know
understand.
before that day. I will know before that day. Ms. Soto will remind me before that day. And if that is the case, Mr. Kennedy, she will have to come prepared with her medications, whatever it is that she's gonna need dispensed to her, because I will have her taken into custody. This is enough.
I understand, Your Honor. And so the hearing on the 5th, is that an in-person hearing? What kind of hearing will that be, Your Honor?
You can be virtual, but she's going, we will let you know prior to that date. I should have her report. If she has a violation, she will have to appear in person. If she
Okay.
doesn't have any violations, I will let her appear virtually.
Yes, Your Honor. And that's a status hearing?
Yes. But she needs to know that if she has any violations, I'm taking her in. This is it. This is it. Like, I'm tired of this already, because this is about the 4th time that I'm giving her an opportunity. She's already come in person. I mean, I've exhausted what I can help her with. If she's not willing to help herself, then I can't help her. And if she can't change for herself and her freedom, I can't make her change. So if she doesn't want to comply by the order, then I have no choice, because she's not above the law. I have no choice. So this is on you, Ms. Hinojosa, now. This is in your hands. Whatever happens to you as a result of your actions, it's a consequence that you brought on yourself. Because I can't do anything for you anymore. The only thing she has going for her at this point is that she has complied with AIP conditions. That's the only thing she has going for her. So we will contact you before the 5th to let you know whether she's going to be appearing in person or if she can be virtual.
Yes, Your Honor.
So she'll return on August the 5th at 1:30. Ms. Hinojosa, make sure that you have that device activated and that you don't have any violations, ma'am.
I
Yes,
will
ma'am.
impress upon the importance of this conversation, Your Honor.
And if you still want your motion to suppress, file your motion to suppress with an order setting hearing, indicate whether it's going to be virtual or in person, and we'll get that set for you.
Yes, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor. That's all I have this morning.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Judge.
Okay, Attorney Ray Marino.
Good morning, Judge. I'm on number 1 of the docket, CR 18-10095I with Adrian Guzman. He was here. Here he is, Judge. Judge, we already have a status, I believe, in September, because this is a case that we are looking for a trial date. In the meantime, Judge, I filed a motion to modify the conditions of his bond. Since 2018, Mr. Guzman had a mobile device installed on his own before his initial arraignment back when we were in County Court 6. I say last summer, Judge, we were still with Judge Garcia in Court 6. We did a motion to modify it, asking the judge to remove that. It turns out the court denied that motion, but, excuse me, Judge, I'm sorry. Have my pets with me. I believe the judge denied it, Judge, but there was a misunderstanding with my office. We read the docket sheet, and I think there was some indication, maybe a misprint, that the order had been granted. And that was maybe communicated to my client through my assistant. When we appeared before Your Honor on our first hearing, as you are, Judge, very diligent, and you were checking on all these DWI cases on who was having a monitor device and who needed one. I think we weren't required, or it wasn't, there wasn't a check on him because there was some indication that we all believed, I think myself and maybe even probation thought he wasn't required. So Mr. Guzman, I think, stopped testing. He still kept the device, but he stopped testing because I was going to send him an order. I said, until we get the written order. I saw the written order, Judge, and the written order was clearly denying our request. Anyway, Judge, I'm here today because we'd like to change the monitoring device to an interlock device on his vehicle. He has a job where he has to go through some security clearance, and it's kind of troublesome for him to have any cell phones or mobile devices with him inside the unit where he's working. And so he'd ask if the court would allow him to have a device installed on his vehicle instead of carrying the mobile device. And that was our request. I'm sure your probation officer can tell you on his lack of tests, but hopefully, Judge, he'll tell you that he's been testing since our last hearing.
Okay, Ms. Soto?
Judge, Mr. Guzman does have his mobile device with SoberSense, Judge. He has been testing, Judge. There was some high readings on here, Judge, some alcohol readings that are not consistent with alcohol, Judge. He was at his workplace during the time that he was testing. What it appears to be that his device is probably contaminated from something at the workplace. Other than that, Judge, his report for the past month, he has been testing, no violations aside from those readings, Judge.
Okay, anything from the state?
Judge, the state is not opposed to switching the device to an interlock device.
Okay, Mr. Marino, in light of what has been told to the court will grant your request and will change his monitoring device to an interlock device.
Yes, Your Honor. I do believe I submitted a proposed order. If not, I'll check and I'll send another one today.
Okay, if the order's on file, it'll be sent to my queue.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Have a good day, Judge.
Thank you, likewise. Attorney Ricardo Barrera?
Good morning, Your Honor. Rick Barrera here with the defendant, NUN 6869 of your docket. We are here on a status, Your Honor. We last reported to you that we were working on getting discovery in which we obtained everything but a video. I sent an investigator over to the DA's office last week, and they said the video should be available this week, Your Honor. My client was arrested in a public intoxication. I don't know if the court is aware of that, but there is that issue right now for the court. And of course, we're asking the court if we can continue to have my client remain on bond as we're looking to a PTD potentially. Since the public intoxication has not been pled guilty, we believe we can resolve all the matters at once.
Okay, anything from the state?
I don't believe the defendant would be PTD eligible, Judge. They did have a prior racing on a highway charge where they received deferred on.
Okay, well.
Noted, Your Honor.
Mr. Valdez, how old are you?
22, gonna be 23 in September.
Okay, do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
Okay, are you married?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a job?
I just became unemployed. I am currently looking for a job. I have interviews set up so I can be employed again.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm not sure if you have a problem with alcohol, but at my discretion, I'm gonna order you on a mobile monitoring device because you've obviously picked up another violation that's alcohol related. after the DWI that you picked up last year. So one, you're gonna be ordered on a mobile monitoring device, alcohol monitoring device. Number two, you're gonna be ordered to speak to Ms. Trejo. She's our employment specialist. She has been very successful in matching defendants with employers if they so choose, okay? You're too young for this. And I'm not sure if it has to do whether you have an alcohol problem. I'm not sure if it has to do with you thinking, you know, hey, YOLO. No, okay? You have one life to live and that's it. And if you do live that life with a YOLO attitude, you're gonna exit this earth very prematurely. And you still have a lifetime ahead of you with a lifetime of great experiences ahead of you. So I believe in rehabilitation. I believe in giving defendants an opportunity to prove themselves in my court. And I'm going to give you that chance. Okay. So you don't qualify for pretrial diversion. It doesn't mean that your attorney can't apply for it and ask for reconsideration. More than likely, they're not going to grant it, but at least now you know. Okay. You need to talk to him about what's your next step because you're just too young for this. Okay. So let me have your phone number, Mr. Valdez.
956-457-7016.
Okay. My probation officer will contact you at her earliest convenience today. We have a long docket this morning and this afternoon, but please answer the phone. She will give you instructions as to how to get that mobile monitoring device. You have 48 hours to get it. That is always what I give everyone is 48 hours. Okay. So I expect 0 violations. You've been on long enough to see how I do treat violations. I'll give you a chance. And after that, I will revoke your bond. Okay. So anything else, Mr. Barrera?
That's it, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, let's come back on September the 7th and see how he's doing. September 7th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
That concludes my business. May I be excused, Your Honor?
You certainly may.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Okay. Attorney Judith Cantu.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am.
Judge, I have 26 and 27, I believe. Samuel Gonzalez, and he's online.
Okay, so it's CR 21-04499-I and CR 21-04500-I, the state of Texas versus Samuel Gonzalez. And is Mr. Gonzalez present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, we've already set where the victim has asked for the charges to be dropped. I know she had tried contacting the district attorney's office to file an affidavit of non-prosecution. They are now married, living together. She did come into the office and drop off an affidavit that was notarized, and I went ahead and filed it with the court. I don't know if it's been accepted, but I would like for the DA's office to perhaps give her an opportunity to go in there to file their version of the affidavit of non-prosecution.
Okay, Ms. Guareño?
Yes, Judge, we have tried to contact the victim. Can we confirm her telephone number? That way we can reach out to her.
Mr. Gonzalez, can you please provide the state with your wife's telephone number?
Your Honor, my wife is here with me if you would like to speak with her.
Great.
Okay, do you want victim testimony?
We're not prepared at this time to give victim testimony, Judge. We would like to speak to her first. The number that I could reach out to defense counsel to confirm the number. That way we don't put on the record the victim's number. We just want to make sure I have the correct one.
Okay. Do you want, I can set this for a quick reset. The quickest I have though, Ms. Cantu, is August the 5th at 1:30.
That'll work, Judge. I don't believe Mr. Gonzalez. I think that this is what he's been waiting for, so I think that that's quick enough.
Okay, so by then, make sure that the victim has made contact with the state so that that can be on file and we can take care of it on that date.
Okay, could you go ahead and just let her know who she needs to contact, which ADA, so she can call?
Yes, she can contact me.
Gabriela Guerrera, did you get that, Mr. Gonzalez? So she
Yes,
knows.
ma'am.
Okay, that's all we have, Your Honor. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Mora, Daniel Mora. Okay, Attorney Savannah Gonzalez.
I'm here, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, I've got 3 Zooms going. Let me mute the others.
That's okay.
You're like the telephone operators, where I just like pull up one and do this. Anyways, good morning.
Good morning. What number on the court's docket?
Yes, ma'am. Let me get that for you. This one is Jorge Hinojosa, PTD status, and the number is.
Okay, that's number 29. I happen to be on that sheet.
Oh,
Okay,
perfect.
CR 21-00126-I, the state of Texas versus Jorge Hinojosa.
Mr.
Okay,
Hinojosa, can you unmute yourself, please?
I'm here, Judge.
okay. And what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, this is a 60th day PTD. I think we should be good to go. Just need to confirm that with the state, please.
Okay, and what does the state say?
Yes, Judge, the dismissal was filed. I believe the case has been closed.
Okay, well, congratulations, Mr. Hinojosa. So you can put this behind you now.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
No, Judge, that's the only one I had today with you.
Okay.
Mr. Hinojosa, if you'll call me and I'll give you some next steps to take.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay,
May we be excused, Judge?
you certainly may.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good to see you.
Thank you, likewise.
On to
Good
the next
see
one.
you. On to the next one. Okay, Attorney Calixto Villarreal.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
I have Eloy Angel Villarreal, Your Honor. He has 3 cases.
Okay,
I don't know what number, Judge. I apologize. But it's 21-00461, 21-06376, 21-06377.
Number 71 through 73, Your Honor.
okay. Okay, and is Mr. Villarreal present, sir?
He should be logged in, Judge. And 2 of them are
Okay.
set for arraignment, Judge.
Okay. Does he have a mobile monitoring, alcohol monitoring device or an interlock device?
I don't believe so, Judge.
Let me
On
ask
the
him.
DWR.
Mr.
No, ma'am.
Villarreal, no? Okay, so then I'll go ahead and arraign him. Okay, and what is your announcement on the racing on the highway?
We're, that would be the, we want to carry all 3 of them together, Judge. It's set for status. We believe we can dispose of all of them.
Okay. No problem. Mr. Villarreal, please raise your right hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You may lower your hand. NCR 21-06376-I and CR 21-06377-I, the state of Texas versus Eloy Angel Villarreal, sir. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, you're before the court charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor, and an unlawful carrying of a weapon, which is a Class A misdemeanor. For a Class B misdemeanor, that carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. For your Class A misdemeanor, that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offenses of which you are charged, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, then at this time, the court will make a finding that Mr. Villarreal is competent unable to assist his attorney in his own defense and will enter a plea of not guilty on each offense that is before the court. Okay, so why don't we come back on September the 7th at 9:30? And at which those three cases will be heard together on that day.
9:30, Judge?
Yes, sir.
And Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
This is the defendant's first DWI, but it did involve an accident. The state would be requesting that a device be ordered.
Judge, we forwarded to the state a report where the intoxilizer reached 0.05. It was a one-car accident. There was, the allegation is that he went into a fence, a ditch. So there was no other vehicles, no other people. I thought they were going to be dismissing this morning, the DWI and the unlawful carry, based that the unlawful carrying comes out of the same transaction as the DWI, that he was involved in criminal activity. So I believe once they read the report, they should come back with an announcement to the court.
Okay.
So we're
Any
asking no
response?
mobile devices.
Any response from the state?
Judge, I believe we just received the report. We would just need some time to review it before deciding how to proceed with the cases.
Okay, then I'm not gonna order a mobile monitoring device at this time, and we can revisit the issue if need be on September the 7th.
Thank you, Judge.
That's all I have. May we be excused, Judge?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Thank you. Attorney Daniel Gonzalez?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Good, and yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. Yes, Your Honor. I have number 33 on the criminal docket.
Okay. CR 20-06-344-I, the state of Texas versus Kayla Lara. Is Ms. Lara present?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Yes, Your Honor. In speaking with the state, basically they're willing to dismiss the case as long as Kayla comes out clean on a urine analysis. She will be taking that urine analysis this afternoon. She did receive the letter. Miss Lara did inform me that, again, she's going to take it this afternoon. And
Okay.
so hopefully we can dismiss this case administratively, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Guarenia?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. As soon as we receive the results of the UA test, we can see how to proceed with the case.
Okay, so I'm gonna just put a tickler then for July the 30th to see if a dismissal has been filed prior to that date. If it has, then it'll be taken care of administratively, and if it hasn't, we'll go ahead and notify you of a date.
Sounds good, Your Honor.
Okay? Best of luck to you, Ms. Lara.
Have a wonderful day, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Attorney Jose Antonio Solis? Mr. Solis? Okay, Attorney Robert Jackson? I can't hear you. Unmute.
There we go. Sorry.
That's okay. Okay, what case are you here
I'm here on number 41 in today's docket, Your Honor, Francisco Morua.
on? Okay, CR 21-02604-I, the state of Texas versus Francisco Morua. Is Mr. Morua present?
Your Honor, I just spoke with him. He is on his way to my office. He's trying to zoom in while I told him not to drive, have his wife drive, and to zoom in and then to make his way over here. But we have a proposal from the district attorney's office, which I need to review with him. We're asking for a little bit of time in order to go ahead and properly evaluate the plea agreement with the DAs.
Okay, any additional announcement from the state?
No, Your Honor, this is a possible ADR in this case.
Okay. I'll give you September 7th at 9:30. Whenever your client gets there, just have your office check in.
Absolutely, Judge. September 7th?
Yes, at 9:30.
Judge, it's always a pleasure being before this honorable court. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye, Judge.
Bye. Attorney Greg Lopez?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on a couple of cases, actually. State of
Okay.
Texas versus Juan Daniel Gonzalez. That is number 24 and 25 of the court's docket.
Okay, CR 20-07342-I and CR 20-07343-I, the state of Texas versus Juan Daniel Gonzalez. Is Mr. Gonzalez present?
Yes, ma'am. I'm right here.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Well, Judge, this was a status hearing today. There were some requirements that were placed on my client at the last hearing that we had June 10th, 2021. I think it was June 10th. Yes, that's correct. And Judge, I think at this point, I don't know if the court's going to address any other issues with my client, but we do have a recommendation from the district attorney in order to resolve these cases. We received this plea offer yesterday. I need to meet with my client to review those.
Okay.
But, I'm not ready to proceed with that. Again, I need time to speak to my client, but I don't know if the court's going to address anything else with my client on the status hearing.
Okay, Ms. Soto, any update on his alcohol monitoring device?
Judge, I did run a report from June the 11th of 2021 to July the 19th of 2021, Judge. He did have 4 late tests. He would call me to advise me that he woke up late and he tested late, Judge.
Okay. And anything else?
Yes, Judge. Also, you had advised him to speak to Ms. Trejo, and also you advised him to go to AA meetings. On the June 10th, I did email him all that information, Judge. When I spoke to him yesterday, he advised me that he had not looked over his emails. He did speak to Ms. Trejo yesterday. Ms. Trejo advised him that McDonald's was hiring. I'm not sure if he's going to apply there or not. There was an assessment done on him, and he also went to SATF for the screening, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, have you been reporting to AA?
Ma'am, I called them yesterday. I missed that email. I left 2 different voicemails at 2 different establishments, and they haven't gotten back to me. But that was again yesterday around 1 p.m. Yeah, that's the last I heard from the AA.
Mr. Gonzalez, the last time that you were here, we had a very serious conversation. And you yourself also escaped going into back into Hidalgo County Jail by just barely. You asked me to give you another opportunity. You admitted that you also had an alcohol problem. I told you at that moment that you needed to get into a program. I told you that you needed to get into AA. You did not need an email in order to give you any further instructions as to how to proceed with that. Those are readily available as far as being where the meetings take place, and that you can get that information on your own. You didn't have to wait for the probation department to email you. I mean, I'm assuming that you like your freedom.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you want to keep that freedom, you have to do what is required of you. This is your last opportunity. If not, I'm going to do to you what I have done to other defendants in the past. And I'm going to make you be present in person, and I'm going to have you taken into custody.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to make a better effort of getting into those meetings, because if you do have a problem the way that you stated the last time that you do, then the quickest help that you receive is going to be the most beneficial to you. Do you understand that?
I understand, ma'am.
The only thing that he has going for him at this point, Mr. Lopez, is that he actually attended the SATF screening. That's the only thing he has going for him. And also, Mr. Gonzalez, why are you waking up late? Like, are you doing late night shift work?
Yes, ma'am.
Then modify your times.
I didn't understand that I could modify my times. I wasn't aware of that.
What's your phone number?
956-292-8584.
When Ms. Soto has an opportunity today, she'll contact you. Once there's a series of questions that she asks to see whether or not you qualify for a modification of time. If she deems that you do, your time will be modified. If it's just because you don't want to wake up, I'm not going to modify the time. You force yourself to wake up.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand me?
Yes.
This is his last opportunity, Mr. Lopez.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to have him come back. The earliest I have is September the 7th at 9:30.
September 7th at 9:30.
Yes. And by that point, review the recommendation with him. And if you need to be set on the plea docket, let us know and we'll change you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Yes.
Anything else?
Not on this individual, Your Honor.
Okay.
Can
Did
he
you
be
have another
excused?
case, Mr. Lopez?
I did, Your Honor. Can he be excused?
He may be excused.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The next,
Have a good day.
the next case that I have, Your Honor, is number 44 of your docket, State of Texas versus Jose Ontiveros.
CR 1911930-I. Mr. Ontiveros, is he present? Okay, he has been present. I have seen him the whole time. Go on, Mr. Lopez.
Your Honor, our PTD application was filed with the District Attorney's Office on May 7th, 2021. At the last hearing on June 10th, that application was still pending with the District Attorney's Office. So I don't think a decision's been made on that application.
Okay, does the state have a status?
Yes, Your Honor, it's still being under review. I see that the physical file has been sent to Ms. Lozano for review, so it is at the last stages, but it's still being under review.
Okay. Then I'll have him come back also on September the 7th at 9:30.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay, then we'll see you then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Attorney Jose Antonio Solis.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
Judge, first and foremost, my client is here with me, but he just stepped out to the restroom momentarily. I don't know if you want to recall the case or.
No, I'll take your word for it. Go ahead.
You walked in right now, Judge. Judge, on this case, I did get an offer from the state yesterday.
Well, what number is it, Mr. Solis?
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. It's number 46 of your docket. Omar Orlando.
Okay, CR 20-7582-I. Okay, and what is the announcement?
Judge, we did get an offer yesterday. We're asking for 30 days to, one, discuss it with him, and we're also going to need to staff this case.
Okay, do you know if the USB has already been submitted?
I don't think so, Your Honor, but I'll go ahead and submit one if one is needed.
Ms. Guareña, is there video on this?
Yes, there is DVD, Judge.
Okay, so just submit your USB and then come back on September 7th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May we be excused, Your Honor?
Well, hold on, because I thought I saw you on another case. And I may be wrong. It's not often, but yeah, I thought I saw you on, but I guess I didn't. Okay, well, have a good one.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Munoz?
Morning, Judge. Judge, back on number 56 in the court docket, Arnulfo Rodriguez, he was the gentleman that was having difficulty logging on earlier.
Yes, he's number 55 through 57.
He's wearing the red shirt, Judge. I only represent him, Judge, on number 56. I know that he has more than one case, and I guess I can make both announcements, Judge, but I do only represent him on this one.
Okay, I have you. Oh, you know what? You have another client named A.B. Rodriguez. And that client, that's another one that you haven't made an announcement on that one yet.
On A.B. Rodriguez.
Yeah. That's number 55. But anyway, okay, so he has number 56 and 57. And honestly, I misspoke because the public defender's office was on earlier asking if you had been retained on the CR 20-06009-I, and I was confused. And so I said, yes.
Oh, okay.
And so, but I will let the public defender's office know that you're only on CR 20-02141-I.
Yes, Judge.
Right?
That's correct, Judge. At this moment, I am only on that case, Judge.
Is he going to, he hasn't stated whether he's going to retain you on the second one?
He has not, Judge. I'll talk to him about that. He had indicated that he may, but I haven't heard from him after that, Judge. I know he's a Spanish speaker though, Judge.
Yes, okay. So Ms. Castañeda, can you please ask Mr. Rodriguez if he can hear us?
Mr. Rodríguez, ¿nos escucha?
Ask him to unmute himself, please.
Mr. Rodríguez, ¿puede quitar la bocina?
Tell him to push the microphone.
Le pica el micrófono, por favor.
Es el símbolo del micrófono. Okay. Okay. Ms. Soto, so he had 8 alcohol readings, is that correct?
That is correct, Judge, on the report dated from July the 1st to July the 19th of 2021.
Okay. Ms. Castaneda, please let him know that he had 8 positive readings for alcohol.
Mr. Rodríguez, usted tuvo 8 lecturas de alcohol.
Okay, tell him that is a violation of his bond condition.
Esa es una violación de sus condiciones del probation.
And that I can revoke his bond and have him incarcerated.
Y puedo revocar su bond y ponerlo en la cárcel.
This is the second time that he has to be admonished.
Esta es la segunda vez que lo tengo que decir de las violaciones.
Okay, sí comprendo todo.
I
Nomás que a veces-
understand everything.
Sí, nomás que a veces, no sé, me siento mal y sí me tomo unas 2 cervezas, pero aquí estoy en mi casa.
Okay, tell him to stop talking.
Mr. Rodríguez, ya no diga nada, por favor.
Judge, and he doesn't own a vehicle, Judge. I understand he has a portable. He doesn't drive anywhere. He doesn't have the ability to drive anywhere. He has been having some medical issues.
Ask him if he's working, Ms. Castañeda.
Mr. Rodríguez, ¿está usted trabajando?
Sí, ma'am.
Sí, yes.
Okay. Mr. Munoz, if he's stating that when he feels bad, he turns to alcohol, you need to talk to him if he has a problem with alcohol so that he can get help. Because no matter what condition I put, any other court puts, or whatever program he may qualify for, he's gonna fail.
No, I understand.
You know, and that's not the point of rehabilitation, is to find something that's going to help him rehabilitate.
Right.
But when there's an addiction, that's something else. I'm going to order him to make a donation to MAD in the amount of $150. I'm going to give him 15 days to do that from today's date. I'm going to see how he does between now and his next setting, which will be on September 7th at 9:30. And I'm going to give him the same admonishment that I gave the other defendant. If between now and then I see that he still has violations, then he will have to appear in person, and I will revoke his bond at that time, and he will be taken into custody. And we will let you know. As of right now, it'll be virtual, but if he has violations, he will have to appear in person, and we'll give you at least 24 to 48 hours notice. Ms.
Yes,
Castaneda, please let Mr. Rodriguez know that his next setting is on September 7th at 9:30.
Mr. Rodríguez, su próxima corte es el día 7 de septiembre a las 9:30 de la mañana.
And he is ordered to make a donation to Mothers Against Drunk Drivers in the amount of $150.
Y la corte lo está ordenando hacer una donación a Madres en contra de los que manejan tomando por la cantidad de $150.
And that he has 15 days to do that from today's date.
Y tiene 15 días a partir de hoy para hacer esa donación.
If between now and his next hearing he has any violations,
Si dentro de hoy y su próxima corte tiene violaciones,
he will be ordered to appear in person, and he will be remanded into custody.
lo van a ordenar a que se tenga la cita en persona y lo pueden remandar para el condado de Hidalgo.
Ok. Oiga, disculpe, ¿y la donación cómo se hace?
How do I do the donation?
Okay, his attorney will explain that to him.
Su abogado se lo va a explicar.
Oh, ok, está bien.
Okay.
Gracias.
Okay, and then we'll see you back here on September 7th at 9:30, Mr. Munoz for Ms. Rodriguez.
Yes, Judge. Thank you, Judge. I believe that's all I have, Judge. this morning.
Okay, well, what did your client AB Rodriguez know about today's hearing? Because I've had nobody check in by that name.
E.B. Rodriguez, Judge, I don't, let me find out, Judge, real quick.
It's CR 1915886-I.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if I may, just for the court's knowledge, he does have a motion to suppress set up on August, but due to the fact that we don't have a courtroom, Mr. Munoz could file an order resetting stating it's in person.
Oh, is that on this case, Judge? A.B. Rodriguez, that may be why he's not present, Judge. But yes, I will file that motion to reset the motion to suppress for an in-person setting.
Okay, and just file an order resetting hearing because I had given you one date, but I need to give you another date.
So
It probably won't be till a September, October setting. I think it's October.
That's fine, Judge. Not a problem.
Okay. All right.
So we'll go ahead and get that filed, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
That's right. May I be excused, Judge?
You certainly may. Okay, Mr. Mora, we called you earlier, but I think you were in another court, sir.
I understand, Judge, but the only thing that I'm glad is that I was called before Juan Alvarez. That's
What?
Juan Alvarez was on. I'm glad I was called before him
Oh,
because then I would have really been hurt.
I was like, what? No. What do you have today, Mr. Mora?
Judge, this is number 18 on the docket.
I was gonna say
Gregorio-
besides jokes.
Gregorio
Okay.
Davila.
CR 1801268-I, the state of Texas versus Gregorio Davila. Is Mr. Davila present?
He is, Judge, in a gray shirt in a vehicle.
Okay. And I believe we were getting a report today from Ms. Soto. Ms. Soto, can you please give me a report on Mr. Davila?
Yes, Judge, he does have his mobile device with sober since, Judge, and the report from July the 1st. So now, Judge, he did have alcohol readings on July the 11th of 2021, Judge.
How many alcohol readings?
On that day, Judge, at 7:10 a.m., he tested a 0.10. And then he tested twice after that and stayed the same 0.10, Judge.
Mr. Davila, unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. At 7:10 in the morning, you had a positive alcohol reading that is more than the legal limit. At 7:10 in the morning. That's very concerning. Do you realize that you tie your attorney's hands each time that you act in violation of your bond conditions, sir? I
Yes,
know
ma'am.
you've been on because I've seen you, so you've heard exactly what my position is on the violations for the mobile monitoring device and the interlock device. Ms. Soto, is this the first
Yes,
time that
Judge,
I'm
I understand.
admonishing Mr. Davila?
I'm sorry, Judge?
Is this the first time that I'm admonishing Mr. Davila? Can you refresh my memory?
I believe so, Judge. I'm not sure. I can't recall. Sorry.
I do believe so, Judge.
Mr. Davila, this is your one and only warning, sir. Okay? You are not to have any alcohol violations, no missed tests, no late tests, no violations of any kind. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am. I've just been having a lot of problems with the mobile device as well.
No. The mobile device does not have positive alcohol readings because it has issues. If you feel like you have an issue with your mobile monitoring device, then call your provider and make sure that it's recalibrated. It
Oh
is
yeah, I'm not having problems with that. I'm just having problems with the device itself. Like sometimes it's misfunctioned, like it won't turn on. I've called already. They had told me to go in, but then for me to charge it for a whole day first before going in, and it'll work, but it'll work here and there.
okay. If you're having it, that's not even the issue because she's not even saying that you have late tests. The issue is positive alcohol readings. That has nothing to do with whether the device turns on or not. That's solely on you. And don't make an admission and do not, I don't want to hear anything because anything you say can and will be used against you. You know, but your attorney already knows me very well. And you should already know me by the way that you've been on long enough. This is no joke. I don't have an issue taking you in. What's your phone number?
My phone number?
Yes.
956-929-2249.
Do you work?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you employed full time?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Davila, the next time that you come forward, if you have any alcohol violations or any kind of violations, you need to be prepared to be incarcerated. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're having issues with the device, Mr. Davila, please go in person to the provider. If you're off today, go today and take care of that. But that's not the issue that's coming up, sir. If you feel, and do not answer this, but if you feel that you have a problem with alcohol, discuss it with your attorney so that he can guide you to get the proper help. And the reason I say that is because whether you qualify for DWI court, whether you qualify for a pretrial diversion program, whether you qualify for probation, whatever avenue that you decide to take, it's all going to require you to not be drinking. So if you cannot stop drinking, then you need to talk to your attorney about that. Okay? So Mr. Mora, we'll come back on September the 7th at 9:30. That is a longer period that I'll have to be monitoring him. But if he has any violations prior to that date, then we'll make arrangements for him to show up in person, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Thank you. ma'am.
Any other case?
No, ma'am, that's it.
Okay, Mr. Davila, you're excused as well.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Parson?
Yes, Your Honor, I have 19 and 20 on your docket. That's Brandy Diaz, Your Honor.
Okay, and is Ms. Diaz present?
You know, she's not, Your Honor, or I don't see her. I did call her yesterday, advised her of the hearing today. I made sure that she gave me the proper email address and sent her the invite. I have no idea why she did not appear today. We are in communications with the district attorney's office. I think we can get this resolved, that they've indicated that Ms. Diaz is eligible for pretrial diversion. I just need a little bit more time to talk with Ms. Garena and to talk to my client. But as far as her presence today, I can't tell you why she's not here, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, we can give her until the end of the docket, which is very closely approaching.
I have made several calls this morning, though, to see if she will pick up. I have not been able to reach her, Your Honor.
Okay. Then we'll just wait to the end of the docket. And if she doesn't come on, we'll just nice sign her.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It'll be September 7th at 9:30. Okay,
Yes, Your Honor.
anything else?
Nothing, Your Honor. I'll just wait and I'll attempt to make contact with her as well. I'll wait to.
No problem. Okay, Attorney Juan Alvarez?
Present, Your Honor.
Okay, CR 210880-I, the state of Texas versus Jairo Eliud Castor. And what is the announcement, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor. On yesterday, Monday, July 19th, I received a recommendation from the state. The recommendation, and I have not forwarded this to my client, it was a dismissal with there was an affidavit of non-prosecution. They want him to do Mujeres Unidas as an anger management, $300 fine plus a court cost. I need to talk to my client regarding that recommendation that just came in yesterday. And obviously, if he does take it, the Mujeres Unidas is a 26-week program. So that would be a lengthy reset.
Well, why don't you come back on September 7th at 9:30 and let me know what we're going to do. And so,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay. And
Can we just do it right now?
no, because the part of the recommendation is for you to take a course, and you can't, unless you take that course, then we can't have it dismissed.
Okay.
So that's what your attorney's gonna explain to you.
Looks like he's willing to take it, Judge. So I'll tell him about the $300 and court costs.
Okay, so then, and that course is how long?
The Mujeres Unidas is 26 weeks.
Why is it so lengthy?
I have no idea. Mujeres Unidas is the one that has the most
That's 6
classes.
months or something.
Yeah, 26 weeks. You can ask it in the probation department. It's just crazy. It's $25 for each session. It's once a week for, I believe, an hour, but it is a 26-week program.
Okay.
And then there's a shorter one that's 6 hours, but the state's recommendation is the 26-week program.
What's the 6-hour one?
There's another anger management that's shorter. It's through a different company, but and I don't know why the state is recommending. Maybe they can enlighten me in the court as to why they're asking for a 26-week program when it's a shorter one.
Well, I understand that they filed an A&P, but what was the gravity? Were there injuries or anything like that?
I would hate to lie to the court. I'm sure the state can enlighten as to what the facts are.
Well, I don't want to put that on the record. So let's go ahead. But I do have questions about that. Let me go ahead and have you all go into hold on. Let me go ahead and have you all go into chambers real quick, okay? So I can ask what questions I want to ask.
Judge, this is a domestic violence unit case. I had, Ms. Saldana had informed me that she did have a contested matter in another court, so she had thought the announcement was going to be a reset for the defense counsel to discuss the offer with his client. Would you like me to see if I can get Ms. Saldana on so that they can discuss it in chambers with you?
Yes.
All right, one moment, Judge. She should be logging on, Judge.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
There was no bodily injury if you see the report.
Hold on. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Don't say anything, Mr. Hyder. I don't want
Don't
to.
talk. Yeah, don't talk unless your attorney says it's okay.
Don't say anything, because it can be used against you. Okay, Hyder? Just be careful. I don't want you to say anything.
Okay, Miss Saldana, I'm gonna go ahead and send you an invite to enter chambers. Let me see.
Yes.
Okay, and this is your case, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, then I'm just gonna have you and Mr. Alvarez and my court coordinator come in. Okay, we're gonna go back on the record on CR 20-10880-I, the state of Texas versus Jairo Castor. Okay, so just for clarification, on the offer for the recommendation, Ms. Saldana, that's gonna be the 10-week course, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge. A 10-week course, anger management course with Mujeres Unidas.
Okay. So Mr. Castor, your attorney will get that information for you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you till September the 28th at 9:30. And you can decide whether or not you're going to take that recommendation. If you do, have your course done before then, and it'll actually be dismissed administratively. And you won't even have to appear on that date.
So if I want to take the course I get with my attorney, can I do that today?
Yes.
All right. Well, I agree.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it'll be, and so if we get it done administratively, you won't have to appear, but it'll be September 28th at 9:30, just so I can have something set in case so that we don't lose track of your case, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Best of luck to you, sir. Anything else, Mr. Alvarez?
No, Your Honor, may I be excused?
You certainly may. Okay, so number 22 on the docket, did anybody call in for that?
Your Honor, Ms. Connett's office did call for the Zoom link. I did confirm with them that they had received it. I'm not sure if they've made any contact with anybody, and I don't believe so, for a
Okay.
reset date.
And also, they did not log in either, so. Okay. And number, 36, they made an announcement on that, right?
On number 36. Yes, Judge, Jose Osuna stood in for him.
That's right. What date did we give him?
9/7.
Okay, and what about number 70?
Number 70, Judge, I don't see a NISI, Ms. Vasquez. I mean, I don't see a reset date, Your Honor. And I don't believe that Ms. Alia Vasquez has made contact with the court. She has not contacted me either, so.
Okay. So then,
Your Honor, dismissal was filed on that case.
okay. Then we'll take it off. Okay, so then I just have defendants Brandy Diaz and Alejandro Galvez. So it's number 19 and 20 and 22 that did not show up. So on CR 20-05083-I, the state of Texas versus Brandy Diaz. Brandy Diaz, Brandy Diaz, Brandy Diaz. And she's also on CR 20-05084-I. CR 20-10570-I, the state of Texas versus Alejandro Galvez. Alejandro Galvez, Alejandro Galvez, Alejandro Galvez. Okay, the names being called out 3 times of defendant Brandy Diaz and Alejandro Galvez, and no response. What says the state of these no-show defendants?
State requests that a judgment nisi be granted, a capias issued, and all bonds forfeited for these no-show defendants.
Okay, that'll be so granted. Okay, that concludes this morning's docket. We are now off the record.